I needed to step away from YouTube for a bit. There's quite a lot going on right now, and I haven't made a video in about a month. Well, technically it's not true. I've made a lot of videos for work, but for this channel specifically, I took a break. Now, this isn't clickbait. I'm not quitting or going away forever, but I really wanted to make this video to share a bit of insight into how I'm finding this creative process. So I think in order to understand where I'm at now, it's worth looking at where the conceit for the channel actually started.
You know, the biggest thing is that I want it to be me, unapologetically me. You know, I'm really thinking about it as a creative journal, a place to put stuff, you know, warts and all. I just want a place to share some silly ideas, you know, as long as it tickles my creative pickle.
Outside of pickle tickling, connecting with that original idea is what prompted me to make this video. Making something new each and every week is hard. Being creative sometimes takes time. You know, getting on that treadmill and running no matter what, it's a pretty surefire way to dislocate a knee. And I should know, I've done it twice. So this time, I didn't want to keep running. I wanted to avoid burnout. I set out to make a video a week, and over 15 weeks or 3.5 months, I did just that. Now, that's about 90 minutes of stuff, and I'm incredibly proud and thankful that I did it. Was it all my best work? No. I was really grateful to the Balloon Tree team because as I was contemplating stepping away from the channel for a bit, we had an amazing debrief and discussion about it. And we use a really strong debrief structure here, which is basically what worked, what didn't, and why. Put simply, this channel was at its best when the idea was bigger than me just saying, there's something in that idea, and then making it anyway. What worked were the videos where I guess unraveled a little bit. The concept might have zero stakes, but I would genuinely die on a hill defending the idea. Plus, you wouldn't even know that some of these ideas were shot at 10 p.m. on a Sunday night. I was still hitting that deadline, but I genuinely cared and was passionate about that idea.
Excellent.
Is this couch red? No. The other thing that works really well is to ask people to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Can't even do it with a straight face. The stuff that didn't work were the on-the-nose ideas, the stuff that felt unnatural or phoned in. And why? Well, if I'm being completely honest, there's a bit of ego saying, I can hit a weekly video schedule, and that why is not strong enough to continue it. We also use a really great technique to interrogate ideas as we're brainstorming, and it's why? Basically, it cuts through the top level of reasoning or excuses. So I guess in the case of this channel, it was, I'm making a video because I needed something for next week. And why is that? Well, I've set an arbitrary release schedule of a weekly video. And why is that? Well, I'm forcing my hand and compromising the quality. This then gives you an opportunity to reassess and pivot. In this case, it's back to that original why, self-expression and creative output. So why am I not making stuff that excites me? I've also had my priorities shift. I've got 2 kids at home, and I know I'm at my best when I'm as present as I can be with them. It's the same with my wife, my family, my business. And if I'm too preoccupied with thinking, what am I going to do for YouTube next week? I know nothing gets the best version of me. Creativity is hard. And if you've got an ideas sponge that gets wrung so tightly, trying to make anything out of those final little drips is a challenge. So I took a break. I took some time out to review, reflect, recharge, and restart the process with a renewed focus, hopefully resulting in a revitalized channel. Plus, could I have written an amazing alliteration like that while smashing out weekly content? I do not think so. So things around here might feel a little different. There might be less regular uploads, but the ideas will be worth it. I'm committed to my creative process for me. And there's a quote I absolutely adore by Andrew Stanton. It's basically, if you're sailing across the ocean and your goal is to avoid weather and waves, why the hell are you sailing? This is all part of the process. And I wanted to shed some light on the not often talked about side of creating. I'd love to hear from you in the comments if you've ever had a meaningful break from something only to return with that renewed focus and vigor, I'd love to hear it. You know, I was a really good swimmer back in my school days, and to the point where I was competing at state level championships. And I took a break because I got chickenpox and obviously couldn't train or race while being super contagious. But I never went back. And I often think about what could have been, but it clearly wasn't something I was passionate enough about to come back to. This feels different.